Hello everybody, welcome to a video here on Thursday. It's quite apt that I'm wearing this, although this isn't technically going to be about the invincible Iron Man, but it's very important because, as a lot of you know, Kabam have done something different this month, something fantastic, and that is they are bringing a new champion, which is Gladiator, and reworking an older champion, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to do a video all about that kind of like change of things, probably at the weekend, so look out for that. But I'm going to be focusing this video on the change of model. This is the old version of Iron Man, so we can see, like, you know, the helmet looks very different to this Iron Man. So this is the new model of Iron Man. We are getting a rework of OG Iron Man. It's very exciting. I am definitely very excited for this, and it just looks a lot better. I'm just kind of looking from the left, looking at looking between the in-game and kind of like here, because it's just a case of like improving some elements of it from a visual sense, and just cleaning up the model a little bit. And that's what, and we'll look over the abilities in a second, but it's just a case of cleaning up the model, which, you know, Kabam have done. It is a lot more cleaner in its appearance, look, and a few other things as well. So yeah, not a, well, it's debatable. People would say that, well, it's not a huge amount of change, but it's definitely a cleaner looking model. Kabam have done like some very kind of like subtle changes. You can see here on the side profiling of the armor, we've got where that little kind of square is, it's kind of along the side. They've tightened that up to be just a little bit changed. It's not completely changed, it's just slightly reworked. And as well, one of the things is underneath here, you'll be able to see in the newer model, there is more of the under kind of like grayer metal kind of scene, including like a rotator cuff part of the suit. And also some slight alterations to the shoulder plating right there, so just a little bit. There's just subtle little changes which are nice from an artistic point of view. Now, with that being said, let's get into some other kind of like fundamentals, which is, you want to know about abilities, don't you? Now, when it comes to situations like this, I would say when it comes to champion abilities and stuff in the balancing team, always take it with a pinch of salt. But Kabam are claiming that this champion is all about ease of use at a 4, but also damage at a 5. That's very high. You'll be able to see some footage and gameplay of this champion in action, I would say, at the weekend and going into next week when the new update is live. There may be a deep dive. I'm not 100% sure on that one. So from a mechanics point of view, Kabam are claiming that he needs to gain as many armor ups as possible by attacking, not losing his combos, and using special 2, while well-timed blocking the opponent's specials to keep those armors up. Pause for some time. Once Iron Man reaches 12 stacks of armor up, his arc reactor empowers and enhances many of the offensive abilities, especially his SP1, maintaining those armor ups while the arc reactor is active is very important, since the more armor ups Iron Man has, the better arc reactor the arc reactor becomes. Fantastic. Something I should point out is that the champion should have new animations. If that's not made clear, unfortunately for the video, unless Kabam put it out in the the champion reveal, then that won't be seen. But Kabam do say it's got new animations, which is going to make him really more enjoyable. And back to the abilities. So what else has Kabam got for us? Well, his damage apparently is very high, according to Kabam. Prowess control. Iron Man can remove prowess from opponents and punish them for it. Well, you know, that's good against some mutants, because a lot of them do have prowess. Healing, powerful emergency healing that can also manually activated. While the armor ups are active, Iron Man is immune to Incinerate, Cold Snap, and Frostbite, meaning he's a good combatant against the likes of Iceman, Misty Knight. Just trying to remember all these champions. Probably won't take against Vision Arcus, but you know what I mean. Like the champions that do those particular damage things. Weaknesses: heal block, heal inversion, armor break immunity. If Iron Man's can't armor break the opponent, his damage reduces quite a bit. So use that, armor break champions, and such like. And his ability always active. Iron Man can block unblockable special attacks from mutants. Very handy. Very, very handy. Armor up max 20. Personal armor ups increase armor rating by 4 to 8, lasting indefinitely up to 5 stacks. Additionally, stacks can last 6 seconds. While an armor up is active, Iron Man is immune to cold snap, frostbite, and incinerate, as we know. Personal armor ups increase critical resistance. Great, for certain circumstances, get critting champions against them. And other things as well that are relevant to that. Well-time blocking an opponent special attack. Pauses armor ups, yada yada, yada yada. In any case, the developer says, the armor ups cannot be removed by nullify effects, but it does not prevent nullify effects from triggering. So very important that that interaction. So where does all the damage come in? Where's this 5 damage? Well, it's all about the arc reactor. As it says here, arc reactor grants 3580 attack rating. That's a lot. That's a very high attack rating. Gain an additional plus 143.2 attack rating for each armor up above 12 stacks. Any effect that increases the potency of armor ups also increases the potency of these attacks rating bonuses by the same amount. So that's going to be incredibly important to kind of like look at keeping your armors up for the damage you do. And Kabam say, in order to deliver the maximum amount of damage possible, it's very important to keep the stacks of armor up above 12 while the arc reactor is active. So one good thing about this champion is he does armor breaks. There's a lot of times I'm like, I really would like to have another champion that does armor breaks, especially a tech champion. There are champions that access them, but I would like to see another tech champion, and this is going to be that tech champion. With the likes of Warlock being a really good option to kind of like throw off an armor break or an SP2, then this is a good example of a champion that is able to do that and help out. SP1 inflicts an armor break, removing armor up, yada yada, 964 for 20 seconds. Excellent. For every 1 prowess invalidated during the special attack, gain 1 armor up buff. Handy against those pesky mutants. An arc reactor, this special grants no power to the opponent. So again, somewhat handy, but I'm sure a lot of people will kind of look to do it a different way. And commands say, while the arc reactor is active, the special one is the best way to inflict maximum damage, since it inflicts lots of empowered armor breaks while giving no power to the opponent. Interesting. So that's the way to play. Potentially, there's lots of kind of ways we can try this out, but that SP1 rotation may be the way to kind of actuate some damage on a rotation, and especially kind of like just be a bit, rude and kind of aggressive. But the SP2, should be equally kind of like interesting. What does Kabam say about that? Well, on an activation, gain 5 armor up buffs, which is important to Arc Reactor. An Arc Reactor, activating the Arc Reactor during special grants 15 reactor charges for each armor up above 12 stacks. But Kabam says Special 2 does not offer a lot of damage or utility, but it offers the fastest way to activate the Arc Reactor since it grants so many armor ups and possibly some extra Arc Reactor charges when activated in the right time. I don't know if Kabam is saying like, okay, build past an SP2, so you're close to an SP3, throw the SP2, then get into an SP1 rotation after that. You've gone into Arc Reactor, you're then throwing the SP1 to do the damage. Possibly. Obviously, we're looking at and reacting to this info. We don't know yet. We'll have to see when everything's in operation next week when we get to try it out. But the SP3, a lot of time, it's always debatable whether or not the SP3 is the extra kind of like importance to go down. And Kabam say that you gain 7 armor up buffs, could be handy. Maybe. Inflicting incinerate passive, dealing 10,740 energy damage over 20 seconds. While this effect is active, striking the opponent on their block, pauses all personal and synergy incinerate effects. That could be spicy. SP3 is not as good as option as SP2 to quickly activate the Arc Reactor, but it grants another source of damage that can be combined with SP1. The damage potential for the special attack 3, quite a bit with combined with synergies, can interact with the incinerate pause. We'll have to have a look in that into a video, but look, I think that SP2, SP1 rotation may be the way, possibly, than the SP3, but it just depends on synergies. We'll have to have a look at synergies. The signature ability, Iron Man Armor Mark III upgrade. So this is cool. I guess Kabam are referring to this particular version of the Iron Man suit to be version 3, which I guess is more in keeping with the movie version, possibly. I think so. Yeah, I want to say it is. Increase the potency of armor ups by 33%. double the amount of block proficiency gained during the opponent's special attacks. When the Iron Man's health drops below 15%, gain a regeneration passive. Oh, it's passive this time. Missing health. Pressing block 2 times while performing a special attack triggers regeneration with 50% reduced potency. As an attacker, this regeneration can only trigger once per quest. What? Anyway, why once per quest? That's weird. That is really weird. Attacking triggers regeneration as an attacker. This don't know about that, Chief. That's weird. I might have to find it from command. Why they've gone that route with it? Anyway, yeah, that's what weird. Any case, synergies quickly there. What's this? Modified outgoing synergy, knowledge share. What do they get? 2-star plus, existing synergy was updated. Iron Man's bonus from the synergy was decreased to accommodate the substantial increase of damage that his base kit's gained. And yeah, AI reboots 30% faster. Oh, that's for them. Sorry, that's for them. Special damage reduction. So if you have Spider-Man, Stark Hands, Hulkbuster, Iron Man, then that special damage is reduced down because of the buff up. And all the other ones, I guess it's a thing. I guess from a synergy perspective, that's really it. So yeah, that's really the most substantial one. The rest are a bit kind of Recommended masteries. And that is going to be, if I can get it into shot, Inequity and Despair and Recovery. So again, that's that. That's really it for the video. I don't want to go into more in depth there. I find the regeneration thing a bit weird, but it looks positive for the rest of the build with the other champion. I like the rotations. They seem to be very easy to do and very easy to maximize. Synergy-wise, you may be looking to pair off the champion with the likes of Hulkbuster, with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, and Iron Man? Is it the other Iron Man? What was it? Yeah. Iron Man, yeah, in general, because it has special damages as part of it. Any case, whatever. We'll check it out. We'll have a look. We'll see what it's about when we get to play the champion next week, when the new update goes in. In any case, thank you very much for watching this video. Check out some other content. What's your thoughts on the Iron Man buff and spotlight? Put it in the comment section down below. I'll see you later on. Have a great day. Bye-bye.